Hello everybody, my name is Zen and welcome to my first impressions of, I think it's pronounced IXION? That's what we're gonna go with for the rest of this video. As with all my other first impressions, I've not seen past this screen. And this is a true first impressions of the game. I've seen a couple of screenshots here and there, and I know it's a narrative-driven management game with like a bunch of choices and stuff that you make throughout the game. That's all that I know about it. And actually, it seems right up my alley and like a game I'll totally love. Which is to say that if I do feel like, because this is a first impressions video, if I do feel like it requires a bit more of a deep dive, I will do a follow-up video, depending on, you know, again, like whether or not I feel like I need to go deeper into the game and see what it's like further in. I'm really excited about this. I've had this in my queue for first impressions for like a week now, and I keep looking at it going, man, I really want to do that. I hadn't gotten around to it. I have a bunch of other projects that I've been working on, and yeah, this is pretty high on my list. The European Spaceport, Norway, July 13th, 2049.
Launch control, we have typing clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clear procedures, check. Guidance go.
Okay, algorithm online.
Adjusted safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
This is a really cool intro.
Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
Very pretty game. What's the over and under on spaceships actually looking like this in 2049? It just looks like a more advanced space shuttle, which actually is not too far off. Music is jamming. Oh, that's reusable boosters there.
Visualize approaching near Tycoon structure.
PPS Tycoon to EMV share. You have clearance for final approach.
This is really rad so far. This is exceeding my expectations of what the intro of this game would be in a really good way.
EMV share. You have been assigned to Tycoon Docking Bay.
Goodness, that thing came in so fast. That's not how that would happen. It would be going in so slow. It would not do that.
Welcome on board, passengers.
But that's not fun to watch. It's like a bunch of people walking.
Shuttle EMV Sharon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized.
Oh, I see, okay.
Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tycoon, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future.
This is really cool.
Administrator, I
Oh,
am
jeez.
Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tycoon. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tycoon's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Okay. I could go to next transmission. I just want to point out this UI there's a lot going on here, but it definitely is a management game where you've obviously got all this stuff in here that we're going to have to figure out. We got hull integrity of, I'm assuming, the space station. Okay, so that is the space station. We have available power grid. We got trust in the administrator. Love it. That's great. This is fun. We have people who are happy. The conditions are optimal. We've got power consumption and water. It's interesting. That's actually really cool. This is cool. This is like, hey, how can we make a space station simulator be cool? And I know that there's a lot more to it than that. Like we have fleet management, population management. I think I'm going to be very surprised by where this game goes, which is why I say that I may end up needing to do a deeper dive into it the further that I get into the game, realizing like, hey, it's time. Oh, he's going to talk.
I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally.
God, I love voice acting.
I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk council member Giovanni Batista. So, let's see. Your first...
All right, I gotta change that. So this is, this is gonna be really weird to some of you, but I am most excited in the settings under accessibility. They have misophonia mode. What is this? Removes eating sounds during dialogue. I'll tell you what, my biggest pet peeve in life, if I hear somebody eating in a video or a live stream or a movie or something like that, get the mouth noises, the eating, like he's eating an apple, I just want to punch somebody in the face. Like, I hate it so much. If I'm watching a stream or a YouTube video and someone's eating, I immediately bounce out and I almost never return. That's how much I hate that. And the fact that they have this as a thing that you can just apply, oh, thank God. Best game ever. You know, this should have won. Well, actually, I guess it was out. It's the launch date was outside of the 2022 Game of the Year, but for Game Awards next year, I recommend this game already.
We'll begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tycoon, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back.
Wait, I thought I turned it off.
In order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tycoon's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tycoon following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tycoon. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tycoon back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all
I got thoughts about this.
Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
First off, I am glad I am not having to read that. Second, I hate that there was so much dialogue for a intro thing. There was way too much telling there. I don't need to know 90% of that. There's so many proper nouns and whatnot, and it would be cool if I was like a little bit more invested in the game, but I haven't even done anything yet. Like just give me a moment and learn how to play the game, right? So tutorial views, right? It features 3 different player views: the interior view, the exterior view, and the planetary system map. That's awesome. You can switch between views via the navigation panel located in the bottom right corner. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So interior, exterior. Oh, this is cool. Oh, you can like look at it. Ooh, it's very pretty. I like it. The Tycoon. Okay. And then the planetary. Ooh, get like a whole, oh, that's beautiful. All right, cool. Then what else do we have? Tutorials. Camera control. Yeah, I can figure that up. Not too worried about that. Buildings are core. Wait, hold on. Let's let this go away. So, yeah, we got that. Okay, so buildings. Overview. Buildings are the core elements of the station that help you fulfill the crew's needs. They also transform, store, and transport the resources required for maintaining the Tycoon station. Buildings have to be constructed. Okay, so they have a resource cost, they have power consumption, and they require workers. Okay, don't need to go through all of that. Construction, you put it down on the thing so you can rotate it with R. Cool. Buildings must be connected to a road. This is made possible by having at least one of their access points overlapping a road tile. Gotcha. Buildings can also be dismantled by clicking the icon. It'll refund alloy and electronic costs. Assembly. Buildings placed. When your building has been placed, the construction process begins. Stockpiles will send resource transporters to deliver the correct amount of alloys and electronics to the construction site. Then any active workshop will send a mech to assemble the building. That's cool. The bigger a building, the longer it will take to assemble. Each workshop can only construct one building at a time. And then roads. So road network is the main way to transport goods from one location to another in your station. Roads cost no resources and take little time to build. Roads can be built and destroyed by clicking the corresponding icons, accessible from the interior construction menu. Mechs workshops need to be linked to construction sites for the worker mechs to be able to reach them. And transporters, stockpiles need to be connected by road to an intended site for transporters to be able to remove and drop off resources. Cool. Should we go ahead and build some stuff maybe? Just right off, and then we'll check out sectors and all that. Let's do that. So it says up here, build a workshop, right? So stockpile, workshop. Oh, this is so cool. I like that it's a space station that has the crap. What is the name of that? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking. The curve to it. Oh my goodness, I know what this is. I'm a huge space nerd. I'm just like freaking out because my brain is just it's done. So let's see here. Where do we want to build this? Do I want to build it here? Or can I rotate it? I guess I could put it there. Or there. Let's pop it there. And let's get a road connected here. So we're gonna go like this. And then it'd be great to have that road connected as well. Cool. So they're gonna build all of this together while we go and wants to build a stockpile as well. Let's go ahead and do that. So stockpile is gonna be just as easy to get going. Now, we'll read. Actually, let's do resources first. Resources are components required for construction. So we have. I like that it actually has the element next to it, but we have iron. Can be converted into alloys. Carbon can be converted into polymers. Silicon can be converted into electronics. Hydrogen into power. Ice into water, and waste can be recycled. Manufactured resources, right? So it is alloy, polymer, electronics, food, cryonic pods, and science points. The resource HUD also allows you to see the location and quantities of your resources overlaid across the station's buildings. You can bring up the overlay by either holding Alt or clicking the button on the left, okay? Storage, yeah, you gotta put the resources in there. This is fairly standard for deeper management sims, especially like the old school city style sims. Heck, even like, oh goodness, what was that game called? They tried to recreate that. I think it was called Nebuchadnezzar. you could choose where to store your resources. So that's nice. Supplies, yeah. So harvest supplies, click the icon. Transporters will get that, and then transport. We have different types of transports. Cool. I don't need to read all of this. It's pretty easy to figure out, but I like that there's a lot of information here because management sims can be kind of deep. There's a lot going on. So even though you have one sector available at the beginning, the Tycoon station is divided up into 6 different sectors. Sectors contain the constructible areas of the station. Each sector is independent and separated by a gateway. Sectors can be accessed by panning the camera left or right, or by directly clicking on the minimap located in the bottom left corner. Each sector has a constructible area of 1680 tiles, so 56 by 30. Management, so resources at the bottom or the top of the screen show resource amounts. We got sector views, so I can see sector 1. It shows population stability, work condition status, power consumption, batteries, and available water, and then undocking sectors. You can gain access to new sectors by manually overriding their lock algorithms. This process comes at a one-time cost in electronics. Right, okay. And we got a mini-map. Oh, I see. The mini-map is this radial menu here. Very interesting. So you can access it by clicking on it. Battery charge is displayed in the intersection of the map. Gotcha. And then time control, you can speed it up and slow it down. Perfect. Just like other management sims. Set the stockpile to store alloys. So let's go ahead and let it store. So iron to alloys, right? Oh, there's the iron there. Okay, click the alloy icon above the supply to collect the resources. Oh, this is satisfying. It's totally unnecessary to have that. This could be an automated thing, but man, is it satisfying. It's nice. This is generating 10 alloys, I believe, right? It's got docking platforms that we can get. Oh, no, it's unloading the alloys. I see. So collect 40. We'll do that in a moment. Our little transports are doing their thing. It's a beautiful little game. Lots of little detail and the bits of it. Very interesting. The movement is funny because of the fact that, I like that you can see where the camera is at any given point. Movement's interesting because it is curved. So it's got like this weirdness to it. It also might be a little weird because I have a curved monitor. So it's got like this double curve going on. It's a little weird.
I have established a connection with Dolus's lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Okay, next transmission.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tycoon, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos's lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation, as is often the case with tools produced by my department. I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Dude, the soundtrack for this game is freaking great.
A new request awaits your attention.
New objective, communal dining. This is like a really well-made game. I'm loving it. New event. Okay, so this is the thing that I was talking about when we first started. I've seen screenshots of this. It is a narrative-driven game. Even though it is a management game, which you don't get a lot of narrative stuff in these types of games usually, this is like doubling down on the narrative aspect, and I love that. So, administrator. Crew members are currently unable to access food supplies. So protocols direct the construction of the mess hall. This building is designed to distribute food from our stockpiles to the crew. Guaranteeing access to food supplies would reaffirm your competency as an administrator. Okay, so ensure access to food. Communal dining, cool. And data listening protocol. So place down a mess hall. What's the pause? Okay, space toggles pause. Good. That's like standard in these kind of games. Place down a mess hall, construction site. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's under food. Yeah, we need a mess hall. Let's get our mess hall going. I don't really know how to plan this out, right? Because I don't know how specific. I don't know how specific buildings end up working later on. So I'll go that. That's going to go ahead and build that. We're going to request or do the tutorial things. So the Tycoon's crew will communicate you via data listening system, DLS. By the way, it keeps saying Dolos. I'm not sure what the Dolos is. I know they've mentioned it a few times, but I didn't pick up on it the first time. And now every time I hear Dolos, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing Delos, which is the company that runs things in Westworld. And now I can't stop thinking about Westworld, and that's very it's very misleading in my brain because there's so many proper nouns and stuff going on in this one that now that I have Westworld jumping around with this game, I'm not picking up on anything. Maybe, like I said, maybe a little too heavy at the start with this stuff. Maybe ease you into it a little bit better. Number of options are going to be presented. Blah, you choose how to respond to the request, right? So answering them, you just click on it and then you do a choice. Okay, easy enough. Food. You have mess halls and food storage. Stockpiles will transfer food to a mess hall to be served to the crew. Food has okay, yeah. So you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to go ahead and also build a stockpile. And what I want to do with this one is probably just use it for food and just put it right there. So these alloys are, where's the food? Let's go ahead and do that. Can you only select one or you can select multiple? You can only select one. That's interesting. Okay. So I'm getting my alloys to build that, and then they will then build the stockpile, and the stockpile is going to allow me to stock my food in there. And I bet you after the mess hall, it's going to say build another stockpile and set it to food, and I'm already on top of it. I feel pretty good about that. So space stuff, we have a docking bay. That's pretty cool. Constructs mining ships, cargo ships, and science ships. Can support up to 3 ships. We got factories. Use science to research and unlock new buildings and build upgrades or building upgrades. And then population, we got crew quarters and an infirmary. This is beautiful. I like this. Also UI, these icons and whatnot are giving me very endless vibes. So like endless space, endless legend, endless dungeon of the endless, like all of these games from Amplitude. Great UI on all those games. It's consistent across all of them too, which is really important. And yeah, I'm getting that kind of vibe here. Even like the little electric icon, little people icon, like it's very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if they were either inspired by or have someone working on their team that did some of that. Especially like this, the science, the food, like, oh man, it's like directly. I feel it's pretty too close. It's verging on. Were you inspired or did you steal that? Build a second stockpile. Yeah, we're already on top of it. See, I know. I play these kind of games, man. I love these games.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
Okay, next transmission.
Bonjour, Administrator. What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I'm Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabe, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the IXION. Even though they are a small organization, the IXION are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The
More
Ocean
proper
Navy will
nouns.
provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tycoon's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tycoon, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
Okay, that it? Yeah, close transmission. Okay, space exploration. So space interaction. Science ships will allow you to interact with events on the planetary system map. You know, now that I look at the rest of the UI, I'm kind of like, this is very similar to the Endless games in a lot of big ways. Again, if it's inspired by, that's fine, but it does feel a little too similar. Clicking on points of interest on the map will dispatch a ship to that location. Once it has arrived, clicking the event icon will allow you to instruct the ship's team on how to proceed. Science ships can be built from the docking bay. Right, is this a docking bay? Yeah, so we can go ahead and build a mining ship, cargo ship, science ship. Let's get a science ship in there. We need, what are these things? Polymers. So I'm gonna probably need so it says construct a cargo ship and construct a science ship. Let's get a cargo ship going as well. And then we're gonna need another stockpile. Let's get that set up there. Heck, you know what? Probably should get another stockpile over there. Just get those going because that's gonna give me the stuff for this. So I'm gonna need polymers, right, for both of these. So yeah, that's gonna be important to have because I feel like polymers can be used for a lot of stuff. It's telling me right now I need 25. I like this. Oh, I see. Oh, I see how the meal cycles work now. I see it. So one food feeds 10 crew members. We have 8. We're gonna need 2 more food in there in order to feed the 100 that we need. But you know, that's fine. I like that. That's pretty cool. We're also creeping up on power here. Got the power creep, you might say, I guess. So I shrug. All right, we can speed up time a little bit, right? Because we know what we're supposed to be doing. We just need to let it do its thing. So this is going to be polymers. And then, of course, then we can transfer polymers to here to get that done. We're going to have more than enough to get both ships done. In fact, I can go ahead and build a 3rd ship if I wanted to, but I'm going to wait for the game to catch up and tell me to do that when I need to eventually get that done. Okay, so for this one, I'm actually not sure what I want to store, so I'm going to just hold on to it. It's going to be a bit of a drain on our power, but I think that's fine for the time being. What's this? So, quarters. Administrator, some crew members are lacking quarters. During human history, unnecessary homelessness has always been an indicator of civilizational decay. Do not reproduce humanity's basic mistakes abroad the Tycoon. Ensure all crews are quartered within 12 cycles, or there are more pressing resources. Boom. So let's just go ahead and make sure that they get that. That's cool. I like that. I like that we're like, hey, no, we got you guys. Or that you also have an option of being like, yeah, about that, you know, it's tough. It's tough out here in space. So it says 80 crew members in the Sector 1 are lacking quarters. And how many quarters does this take? Holds up to 15. Okay, so we're gonna need quite a few more. I think what I'm gonna want to do is just go ahead and build a road. What was the size of these quarters? We're gonna do some space station planning here. 3 by 3. Okay, so man, some of these are in a weird spot, isn't it? In a really weird spot. Let's I think maybe I just build it this way. I mean, I could build it out this way, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. We're gonna go crew quarters. 1, so 15, 30, 45. We need a lot, my goodness. but I kind of want to get rid of some of this stuff, you know? We could collect that. Oh, those are, okay, so these are alloys. Is this stuff? Okay, perfect. I was just about to ask. It's like the game read my mind, you know what I mean? Crap, I don't remember. 15, 30, 60. Okay, 90. We need to do how many? 80, right? 34 of 79 crew members. Okay, well, that's more than enough. Cool. We're still in fast forward mode, but I think that's about appropriate at the moment. Oh, did I build my ships? All right, so we're gonna pause. Fleet management. So this guy can go get some stuff. That's nice and all. But what was it saying about this? So we got the moon, waiting for a science ship. Yeah, let's go ahead. Can I get a science ship out there? Do I have a science ship? Also, there's a ship over there. Tutorial population, right? Okay, let's just quickly read this. Crew of the Tycoon are represented by this icon. Living conditions of the crew directly impact stability. The more people that are on the station, the more hope your crew will have for the future. However, growing numbers will scale up resource needs. Yep. Tycoon's crew is split into two different types, workers and non-workers. The latter do not have sufficient skills to operate the station's facilities. Starvation, yeah, so you need the food to survive, and then homelessness, yeah, we want to make enough homes. So the space stuff, exploration, and harvesting. So I need to send out a science ship, and harvesting, let's see here. In order to retrieve resources for the Tycoon, you will need a fleet. The fleet is composed of a cargo ship that transports resources and mining ships that extract resources. Your fleet is semi-automated and needs orders to function. Cargo and mining ships also have a limited period of autonomy in which they can operate in space. After 10 cycles, they will return to the Tycoon for maintenance. If a ship is mid-task, it will complete it before returning. Gotcha. You can assign a mining ship to extract any number of specific resources by left-clicking on the relevant box. Clicking multiple times will cycle through the priority levels assigned. Gotcha. Cargo ships. As with mining ships, cargo ships can be assigned to retrieve any number of resources with varying priority levels, and then cargo ships and mining ships can be built from the docking bay. They can be unassigned or destroyed by clicking the corresponding icons below the ship. Cool. So let's go. So this says waiting for science ship. Let's pop back over here for a second. So we have a cargo ship and a science ship. This one says it's standing by, but can we get him to go out there? Base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational. Could be used to restore power. So why can I not send my science ship there? Oh, science ship, go to the moon. Gotcha. Okay, I see how that works. And then here, we got some food. Let's go ahead and send a supply ship that way, right? So
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
So we got food that we can have him go collect, and he's just gonna automatically go do that. Cool, and we have a thing here. Moon abandoned base. Summary of intelligence on the abandoned base. The base is out of commission. Yeah. Transmission from the gear team. We have reached the UN base. It is abandoned and depressurized. The surveillance system is still operational, awaiting orders. So exploit the security vulnerability. This takes, I like that it shows you how much time it takes. Hack into the surveillance system. The Gears team will access the base's central systems and retrieve any confidential data present. Or the Gears team will dismantle the base and prepare useful resources. We need the resources. Although the information is intriguing, I'll tell you what. Cool. And then they're going to make our way back to our ship where we're going to have more resources. You know what I mean? This game is great. This game is awesome. I am having a lot of fun with this. Notifications. Science ship has arrived. Oh, look at that. We've already taken care of that. Trust is going up. So is our power consumption. Going to have to deal with that eventually. We still have 4 homeless people. That's because this place needs to finish getting built. However, the moon's still doing its cycle. Let's go ahead and go through this. Get that sped up just a bit. And I like this. The Vol engine we still need to get online. You know, I feel like even though there was a big dump of proper nouns and whatnot, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I get what's going on here. Oh, also, I need to go back to this, because what was back over there? Oh, I don't have a mining ship. You know what? We need a mining ship. So let's go ahead and get that going. It doesn't even need to tell me to do it. I know that I need it, right? Pop back over here. This is almost available. There's Venus, Mercury, Mars. I'm having a lot of fun.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Base has been dismantled. Although most equipment was damaged, we were able to prepare some usable resources for extraction. We're getting 90 science points, booyah, and 30 alloys. So, boom. So it's going to go ahead and collect its science. Now, our science is going to pop up over here. Now, it wants us to create a tech lab. That's probably what we're going to end up finishing things off with. So let's go to... Was it population? No, that's the infirmary, factories, the tech lab. So, oh, wow, this is a big boy. This is a big boy. And I don't have the space for it. Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Well, let's go ahead and place it across over there to the wall. And we will build some roads like so. You can always remove roads, so I'm not too worried about how that's going to be set up. So collect science on the moon. Yeah, that's what it's doing. Build a tech lab. Yeah, that's what that's doing. Technology and upgrades. Having a tech lab provides access to the technology tree, right? Tech lab, science points, tech tree, and upgrades. Most technologies can be upgraded. The circles above a technology on the tech tree show how many upgrades are currently available. Gotcha. Oh, I see. The little pips above it. Okay. They're still doing their thing. Let's collect us some alloys. Gonna need those. Like, keeping an eye. I like that. I like that there's an interactive element here of like clicking on stuff, because it means that you're not just kind of zoning out, which is a problem. So speaking of zoning out, let's go back over here. It didn't say it had any stuff to mine, right? What do we need? What stuff do we actually need to mine? I'm gonna say, can I select multiple stuff? Can I actually just say, hey, mine everything? You know? Just mine everything. And can I actually tell? Just collect it all. You know what? If there's stuff for you to collect, go get it, guy. Go get it. All right, they're gonna go do that. So build the tech lab. Yeah, we're working on it. Let's go ahead and super speed it up so it does that. Our health. There are no active health buildings in Sector 1. 0 crew members are injured though. So let's go ahead and get us a infirmary. And look, it fits perfectly right there. It's almost like I planned it. I didn't. But it's nice to know that I can. It takes a bit to build. Oh, I see. They're all building this.
I have an incoming transmission from Dolus's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Abness. I feel like that sounds like Abernathy, which wasn't that a Delos thing? Isn't that a name from Westworld? Wait, are they just trying to remake Westworld?
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolos expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vol engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tycoon's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Construct the Vol engine. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and end that there, but what we're going to do is go to the tech tree and just take a look. So we've got all of this inner tech unlocked. We still got probe launchers, construction probes to explore planetary systems. We got an EVA airlock, so basically we can have people EVA, which means go out into space. So raises insects, converting them into 1 food after 1 cycle. That's great. That's a little like, it says insect farm. Yeah, I guess that's exactly what it is. Yeah, let's get, we have enough for all of this. So can we research all of this? So we get that going. Can we, oh, okay. Is it 1 at a time? I see. Okay, that's fine. Let's get that insect farm. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it because I think so far I am super impressed with this game. What are these notifications? Okay, I see. This wants research EVA airlock tech. We could totally do that. I'm going to do my insects thing first. Also totally almost full on power. So I am really impressed with this game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think it is freaking fantastic. And I'm just going to go out and say, this is the best management game that we've played on the channel all year. Some of the other ones, I pulled up my first impressions playlist, are Zombie Cure Lab, The Tenants. Let's see here, what else? Those are recent ones that we just recently did. Slime Rancher 2. I would count that as a management game. What were the other ones? I'm trying to remember. Like going through my playlist here. The reason I'm going through the playlist to begin with is because I do think it is important. No, that's not one. I do think it is important, sorry, to Space Lines from the Far Out. That one was fun though. I think it is important to look at these and be like, what exactly is the basis for why I think that this is the best? How about Startup Panic? You know, that was a cool one, but not as good as this. And then I don't know if I did an actual impressions video of any of them. No, I did not. Oh, well, Parkitect, actually. I think this is better than, well, it depends on your thing. If you really like theme park management games, Parkitect, it's hard to go wrong with that game. It's freaking great. But this is just on a whole different level. This speaks to me more than Parkitect. Because this is got like this really cool, waiting for science ship. Can you just like go science ship? Can you go to Mars? You know what I mean? I love this. I love that there's just this cool narrative going through. The game is just slick and sexy. The UI is great. The way it is presented to you of how you're actually managing things is really nice. I love it. I really do love it. I'm going to play a bit more of this and see if it requires a deeper dive, like 10 hours in kind of thing, and see whether or not I end up thinking that another video is in order to be like, no, you don't even understand. Like, it's even more than what's going on here. Because I get the feeling that it kind of is, right? We need the EVA airlock. Like, I'm sitting here still playing. I'm really curious. Let me know what you guys think of this game. Is this up your alley? Are you, and here's a better question, are you a person who would normally like to play a management game? And if so, is this kind of scratching that same itch that you would get from other games, like Parkitect, for instance? Or, even better question, are you someone who's usually not interested in management games, but is this kind of being like, oh, you know, we're cool, we're unique, we're different? Because I think that is a very valid thing to talk about. Like, is this game actually going to be a bridge for people to get into management games? It seems weighty. It seems like there's a lot here, and maybe it would be too much for some people, but I'm falling in love with it. I think it's great. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed this fairly lengthy first impressions. It's a deep game though, so it kind of requires it. And of course, if you subscribe to the channel, I've got a bunch of other stuff that goes up all the time. I upload every single day, so there's a huge backlog of videos for you to check out, and a bunch of new stuff coming up as well. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and we shall see you all next time.